Back in October of 2012, a woman by the name of Sharlene Simon in Toronto was driving her SUV at around 1:30 in the morning when she struck a group of teenagers riding their bicycles, killing one of them, a teenage boy by the name of Majewski. Now, after that happened, of course, the family was devastated about it. One of the other teenagers was in the hospital for quite some time, facing serious injuries, but he's okay now. The other teenager got away with only a few scrapes. But even though this family lost their son, they are now facing a lawsuit from the woman who struck their son and killed him. Now, to give you a better idea of how this accident happened, according to the Toronto Sun, Brandon was struck from behind by an SUV and killed while his friend Richard McLean, 16, was seriously injured with a broken pelvis and other bones. His other pal, Jake Roberts, also 16, was knocked off his bike but sustained only scratches. So now, why is the family facing a lawsuit after this tragic thing happened to them? Well, Sharlene Simon, 42, is suing the dead boy for the emotional trauma she says she has suffered. She's also suing two other boys, as well as the dead boy's parents and even his brother, who has since died. She's also suing the county of Simcoe for failing to maintain the road. Now, this was a rural road. It was a two-way lane, or a two-way road, I should say. And again, it was very, very late at night. It was at 1:30 in the morning. The boys were going out to get a bite to eat. And she's not facing any charges whatsoever. So it's interesting to see that she doesn't have to worry about any type of legal actions against her, but she's going ahead and she's suing this family after something so tragic happened to them.
Yeah. And look, so she, like you said, she's not facing any charges. Like, sometimes terrible things happen and it's not criminal. Like, she wasn't trying to kill them. She wasn't drunk. As far as we know, the police say there was no evidence of alcohol or anything like that. And there could be a case, as I said in the meeting, a sort of devil's advocate position, that you could be driving and someone could cut in front of you and you hit them, but it's still their fault. And conceivably, you could have emotional distress. But in this case, she's just trying to get something out of it. And the thing is, it's crazy, but like, when something terrible happens that you do, that doesn't stop you from seeing the world from your point of view. And she doesn't see the emotional trauma that the family's going through. Like, she has her sort of fake BS trauma. And maybe she is haunted by the fact that she killed a person. She should be, but they have it much worse, and she can't see that because she's so wrapped up in her own experience.
There's a lack of empathy in this case, and it's kind of astonishing to me that she doesn't see that this family is mourning, they're grieving. I mean, just to give you—
And has lost another child.
I love that you mentioned that, because that's another twist to this story that's so difficult to read about. They have they had a 23-year-old son who actually died of a drug and alcohol overdose after their younger son was killed in this accident. And they're saying that it's not suicide, but that, you know, their older son was trying to deal or cope with the loss of his brother. And so, you know, this family has now lost two of their sons, and you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm facing trauma in my life and emotional distress, so I'm going to sue. And by the way, the lawsuit is for $1.35 million.
Well, I mean, there's already a lawsuit. It says here a routine lawsuit filed by, I guess, lawyers representing the victim's family against the woman, because they say she was driving too fast. She may have been intoxicated, even though the police say no evidence of that, and that she did not take a breathalyzer, though.
She did not.
They should always do that. That
she was driving too fast, and then she may have been talking on her cell phone. Who knows, right? What happened? Either she says she didn't see the reflectors on the, but I mean, at least in America, this is in Canada, but I mean, if there's a suit and a countersuit, eventually they can merge them together and we can find out what happens. And a reasonable jury may well come out of that and go, okay, we've heard everything. You, the woman driving, you pay the families $1.3 million and you cover their legal costs. Like that is a totally possible outcome to this. So she can sue all she wants, and she's putting them through unreasonable emotional distress, and she's a terrible person.
Yes.
And she's a killer. And she destroyed a whole family, and she has no goddamn sense. And she's a mother of three, and she, you know, I feel bad for her kids because they're improperly cared for by this brutally foolish, ignorant woman. And I hope she gets hammered at trial, and I hope she loses everything.
Yeah, well, she's getting hammered in the press.
Whereas all she had to do was nothing. And we might well have thought, what a terrible tragedy that befell all of these people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it might well have been an accident. It may well have not been her fault. But it doesn't sound like it was their fault either. They weren't drunk either. They were just on their bikes. So.